tired and run down. That's just. Ugh. I feel personally attacked by that.
You know what I think I need to do?
Take a piss.
No, I'll have to do that later though, probably.
Pour a shot.
I wish I had some alcohol, man. I don't.
Ooh.
Say some more words.
Hello, hi.
And I'm gonna say some words at
How
the same time you're saying words.
I enjoy
Let's
watching
go,
Bob Ross
dude.
videos when I was a
Okay.
child. It was pretty sick.
Had to check out the audio levels. Make sure we're
Dude,
at the
Bob
same
Ross
level.
used to be a drill sergeant, and that makes me so happy. His whole backstory of like why he talks so calm and nice and everything, because he used to be a drill sergeant and just scream at people and get in people's faces and be violent and rude all fucking day, every fucking day, and he never wanted to scream at anybody ever again after he got out of the army. So he adopted a very, very soft way of talking. I'm like, dude, that's so what a good human. God damn it, what a good human.
You know, it's been an entire minute and a half since I pressed record. So I'm just gonna play some videos in the background. Give me just a second. Give me just a second.
No, I'm already starting.
I'm started too.
Okay. All right. Subway Surfer activated. All
So,
right.
Gypsy Rose.
Gypsy Rose. I have opinions.
Yeah, let's hear them. Because I got some opinions and some facts.
All right. I'm going to go just off of opinions because I have been very close to a Munchausen/Munchausen by proxy syndrome person, and I'm pretty familiar with how fucked up that whole situation is slash can be. And straight up, girl's mom was killing her, and I fully believe that it was a situation where one of them was going to die, no matter what. At the end of the day, at the end of that situation, one of them was going to die. And Gypsy tried to get out. As far as I'm aware, she tried to make an escape a couple times. Didn't really work. And her mom had power of attorney over her, saying that she was mentally unwell or whatever. And that kind of makes it really hard to get away from that situation. Again, that's a thing that I am very familiar with. That same kind of thing, the whole mentally unwell, blah, 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 like ownership type thing. So, yeah, no, that's a really fucked up situation and really hard to get out of. So, you know what? Good for her. She survived. She lived. She won.
So I got a take on it too. I think that it was a really, really strange situation. In a very, very sticky situation.
For sure.
And then I know in situations like that, things can happen, man. You know, you're just not thinking. You're trying to get out of it. You don't know what else to do. You literally think there's no other option because you don't know of any other option.
And you
You
tried
got
the
to do it
other,
quick. They were
like, you
doing
tried
it
the
quick.
obvious thing, you know?
But like, oh yeah, don't worry about pausing and stuff because I can cut it up. I can just cut it. I'll be sitting here for like 10 minutes, just fucking saying absolutely nothing, and you never even know it. Anyway, going back to my take. It happened. and she went to prison. She got tried for it, and I don't think she's ever gonna do anything like that again. Sucks that the dude is still in prison that like helped her and did most of the killing. Like her
Uh,
boyfriend.
the old boyfriend. She's
I
got a new
think
one.
that neither one of them should have gone to prison. I think that they should have gone to a psych ward for like 7 to 10 years. Both of them, not just her.
Uh, I
But
mean,
that's just me.
psych wards can be pretty fucking detrimental, though.
Yeah, but that was a very, very large multi multinational news story.
True.
So like it was high profile. She would have been taken care of because the media kept up with her.
Yeah, and I mean, Hulu and HBO made shows about her and shit too.
Yeah.
People knew about her situation. I didn't know about her situation, again, like I said, until like 2 days ago. But yeah, no, I watched H3 go through it and got enough details from that where I'm like, oh yeah, no, I automatically know what side I'm on here. She's the victim. Her mother was like a horrifically abusive, torturous, very mentally unwell, like monster. So yeah, no, Gypsy was a victim, 100%. She was just
So
trying to get away from the circumstances.
have you looked into her new husband at all?
Again, I didn't, I don't know shit about this. I just know what I know from the H3 podcast, and the guy seems okay, but he also seems like he wants some media spotlight, attention, stuff.
Oh yeah,
You
he
know, like he's
definitely
got some
does.
sort of ulterior popularity motives there, you know.
I don't know. I think definitely I think they're both capitalizing on the popularity. So I don't think it
I
really
mean,
matters at this point on
well, hang on, hang
who's
on.
using who.
I think that Gypsy isn't necessarily purposefully trying to capitalize on it because the shows about this whole thing that happened were made while she was in prison.
I don't know. I mean, if I was in that kind of situation, I'd definitely be capitalizing on it too. But like, she reached
Well,
out
and
to
you
Kim
can't.
Kardashian and shit. So like,
You can't
I don't
capitalize
blame her.
on crime,
I don't
you
blame
know.
her. No, I
So
mean,
she's finding other ways
she's
to make money
capitalizing
because
off
of it.
of her fame in the media, like them catching
Mm-hmm.
on to her story. And the media is kind of
Right,
gross
right.
about it, man. I watched a couple of
Yeah,
interviews. There was one with The View where they kept joking about
I
her
saw
killing her
that.
mom, and I was like, ugh, ugh. Well, this is
Yeah,
so
I saw
gross.
that.
And there was a bunch of articles that were like going in hard on her new husband and like trying to trash him.
See,
And
that's the part
one
of it
of
that
them was
I
one of
don't
them
know.
was titled, I don't remember who it was from. I made a video about it where I showed the article. But it said, hang on just a second. Duchess, quit. God damn, I could hear her fucking chewing
Going
on
to town on
herself.
that pussy.
Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying?
The media and him and them making
Oh,
slander things about him.
yeah. One of the headlines to one of the articles was he had Hitman on his license plate, and that was very suspicious about his character. You know what it
Yeah, it's
was?
a bit odd.
No, no, no. You know what it was?
Hmm.
Take a wild guess based on this
The
man's
video
stature.
game?
Close.
No,
Brett the
it's not
Hitman
Agent
Hart.
47.
No, it was Brett the Hitman Hart from
Oh.
WWF.
Yeah, okay.
Yep,
I
he's
mean,
a
he's a
he's a
bit too
wrestling fan.
young to be he's a bit too young to be a fucking Hitman Heart fan, isn't he?
Bro, I was a Hitman Hart fan when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. All right. And you're only a few years older than me, so yeah.
Yeah, he
All right.
he
All right.
had a
Fair.
long string where he came back.
What the fuck?
But yeah, they were going all in on him, man.
See, that's the part of it, whenever like the media, oh shit, the media involvement part of it that I'm just like, I don't know why there is so much coverage of it.
I
Like
don't
that's the part of it that I don't really understand.
I don't either, man. I think that there's a bunch of I don't know if this is if I should even say it this way, it's probably wrong. But there's a bunch of artists that just latched on to
True.
another artist's story that they just got a little bit of fame and then they were like, "Hey, you know what? This person's a hero." And then and you know, it just rolls out of control. And then the media is like, "Oh shit, we can capitalize on this cuz we're not talking about anything that's actually going to change anything or be worthwhile."
Like it already happened. It's in the past at this point. And I mean, I feel like the general consensus is that Dee Dee, the mom, was a piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, most definitely.
I feel like
She
most people can agree on that.
she deserved life in a psych ward.
Or prison.
I don't think that prison would have been right for her though.
I don't think being alive would have been
I
right for her.
well, I think that it shouldn't have. I think somebody should have caught on way early. Cuz like
Oh, dude, no. DCF and like the Child Protective Services, CPS, the police, like goddamn, they should have figured that shit out so much sooner. It is embarrassing that it took that fucking long.
yeah, didn't she go to school?
Uh, I think no, I don't think so because her mom had her all like hospitalized from like the age of 5. I
Yeah,
don't know
but
if she ever went to public
she
school.
had her hospitalized at home though. So like did nobody
I'm assuming she
check
was
her
homeschooled.
medical
I don't
records?
know.
Even if you're homeschooled, you have to be registered with the state.
One detail that I did pick up on. Wonderful little thing. Remember Katrina? Yeah, that wiped out all of her medical records from childhood. So nobody could prove if
Oh, I
all
didn't
of
know that.
the previous diagnoses that the mother was claiming she had were true or not because all of those records were destroyed.
Yeah, Oompaville, you know who that is.
I've heard the name.
He's pretty cool. I like that guy. He's like he likes guns. He's dating Call Me Chris, the Canadian grandma.
The fuck?
She's like 30, but she looks like a grandma who aged backwards.
What?
I don't know how else to explain it, man.
That's the
Hold on.
most confusing.
Uh,
Ooh, monkeys.
Is it wait?
All right, but no. Let's get back on track here. Are you sending me a picture? Is that what's happening right now?
Oh, opened it on the wrong screen. Don't matter. Don't nothing. Posted in the chat for this voice channel.
Okay. Uh. Oh. You know, uh, I kind of see what you mean. Like with the smile wrinkles that she has. It looks like they were deeper and then they've gotten like lighter. I kind of understand what you mean. Okay, okay, fair enough.
I'm sure you've seen that guy. Well, anyway, um, he just released a video about Gypsy Rose. I'm probably gonna check that out later.
Oh yeah, I've seen him. No, but I so like I all right. So here's where I'm at. I agree that she did the right thing, and I agree that her mother was a monster. I do also agree that there probably could and should have been another way to solve this, but it seems to me like the proper authorities weren't doing their fucking jobs, and things had to be taken, you know, into their own hands. So it is what it is. A life was lost, but at least it was the worst life of the two. Gypsy doesn't seem to be a horrible person, and like you said, I genuinely don't believe that she's ever going to kill anyone again.
I think she's gonna be doomed to have failed relationships. Hopefully not. Hopefully I'm wrong about that. That's a prediction that I've made.
Yeah, no, you're like probably 85% right about that. The girl's damaged, you know? It is what it is. It's like same thing with me. All of my fucking future relationships are absolutely doomed to fail. There's no way around that.
I know that she's not exactly my type, if you know what I mean. She's not the type of girl that I'm gonna be trying to date.
No, definitely not. I have a very strict no past prison uh policy.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. A little
Yeah.
bit different for men. If you're a woman that went to prison, like what the fuck did you do, bitch? Murdered your mom? Oh, okay. I kind
Yeah,
of
no,
don't care if it was justified. That's still like I ain't never gonna get over that.
I it's just a bit much.
Yeah,
It's just like all right, while I agree and understand and feel that you are justified, I'm not comfortable being behind locked doors alone with you. Like straight up. But I mean, honestly, that kind of goes for anybody who's been to prison. Like, unless I have a weapon nearby, I'm not gonna be comfortable behind closed doors alone with them.
so is that all we got on Gypsy Rose?
I mean, do you have like more talking points?
Yeah.
Well, then, lead the discussion. What's the next point of discussion on it?
Well,
Because I mean, I think we pretty much covered our takes, right?
yeah, I think that covers about all we need to talk about Gypsy Rose. I hope she kind of just leaves my bubble of media.
I mean,
Just
honestly,
kind of
I I wish her the best. I
yeah.
do genuinely,
I wish her the
and
best.
I hope
I
that
better not say that. He
I
said
hope that the
that about
media
Maxwell.
I hope that the media gives her space and lets her be a person, you know? I feel like she has potential to live a relatively normal life, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, probably. There's probably gonna be a lot of screaming at home though.
Maybe not though.
Maybe
Maybe
not.
not though. Who's to
Hopefully
say?
not. Yeah, hopefully not.
You know, maybe she seems like a pretty happy, upbeat,
I've
bubbly sort
I've
of
heard.
person.
I think it was a few tweets that she made where the relationship has been a little rocky, but like they got past it.
I mean, I assume
But
there's
that's
going
just
to be
fucking.
bumps,
That was
right?
just an article, and the media's. I kind of feel sorry for them, where the media is just like poking at their lives. They're just wanting to
Yeah,
know
and like,
everything.
what's the word? like hyper investigative reporting where it's like looking so deep into someone's personal life that it's almost like a invasion of privacy, you know? It's like when you're that level of celebrity, you don't really get to have any kind of personal life. It's all everything is out there
Yeah,
to the
and like
public. That kind of
immediately
sucks.
after prison, after
Right.
you had
Like let the girl be a
fucked up life beyond imagination, go straight into
yep,
prison and then get out, just all of a
yep.
sudden world famous.
And it was what, 7 years or something? Eight
Yeah, it
years?
was about 7.
7? Yeah. That's a long fucking time to be gone from the world, bro.
Probably
Like put
wasn't
it in
that
the
long for her.
perspective of like no, but put it in the perspective of iPhone models.
Right. It'd be long for
You
us.
know? That's a long
She
ass
was
time.
probably living the dream in prison. Not
Uh
you know, as far as a prison could go.
I mean
She probably didn't have it as rough as most, especially with what she was in there for.
I feel like the thing that she was in there for would get her more negative attention from the female inmates
I
because of the
don't
whole
know.
like mother-daughter maternal bond kind of thing, and like they're like,
Yeah, but
oh,
then
she's a
she's
horrible piece of shit, she killed her mom,
I don't
she's a
think so.
heartless soulless bitch,
I don't
we
think
should beat the fuck out of her.
I
I
think
don't know.
I think men would do that. I don't think women would do that. I think women would hear the story and be like, "Oh my god, you're so brave. You shouldn't even be in here." What? I think that's probably what most women in prison would think.
I mean, hopefully, you know, maybe women in prison are a little bit more slow to judge, maybe, than men in prison. I don't know. Maybe they're more
I
willing
don't
to
know.
hear out a story.
I think they judge different
I don't know.
things. I
I've
think
never been to prison. I have no. I don't. You
I
know.
know
I
quite a
don't
few
know.
women that have been to prison.
Okay, let's get one on the horn. What are you talking about?
Well, my mom's been to prison a few times.
Well, not her, obviously.
Well, I mean, you know, she has been to prison. A few of her
Yeah, but we're
friends
not
that
gonna.
have been around. I'm not going to go deep into it, but like, yeah, and just from like they just seem like that they're fucking weird, and the things that they judge are weird.
Honestly, I feel like people in general, people who have been to prison are fucking weird. Like prison life alters your brain. It's a totally different like psychological state that you have to be in to survive.
There are YouTubers going to prison for fun and content.
Yeah, no. Mr. Beast doing that whole fucking solitary confinement thing, that's a little fucked up. But at
I've
the
been
same time,
I've been there, man. Just two
that
days of it is fucked.
oh yeah, no, but what I'm hoping, right? What I'm really hoping is the good that'll come from him making that video is that the greater public will get to have a better idea of what um total isolation and solitary confinement can do to a person psychologically, and maybe just maybe we'll cut back on that and only use it when it's absolutely necessary. You know, I don't know. Some something. Something to be learned. I don't
I
know.
don't think
There's a
complete
lesson.
I don't think complete solitary confinement is the way to go, even if they're just complete fucking murderous animals.
I mean, it
Because
drives a person insane.
you don't want them to like keep on being murderous animals. Like keep them locked up. But if you're gonna keep them alive, like do some
Don't
things
force
that's
them
gonna
to go
keep them.
insane.
Yeah, like that's so fucked, man.
Like that's kind of like harsh, man. Like forcing insanity on someone. That's a bit much. You know, that's just that. That's a bit much.
Like,
Like there's some people out there who I'm one of those people who I'm like, kill them, just fucking kill them. Don't
I'm
even
not.
keep them alive in prison. There's no fucking point. They're
No,
worthless.
I think there's a point. I think we should make the worst of the worst work. Like they should be forced into slavery.
I mean, that's
The
kind of
constant.
already what it is, right?
Yeah, but we're putting the worst of the worst into like maximum security, and then the minimum security are the workers. I think those
Yeah,
people should be educated, and the worst of the worst should be the slave workers.
hmm. Yeah,
'Cause
no.
the way it's
The
working
fact
right
that
now,
people on death row aren't like out picking up streets on the side of the road, kind of a good thing. Maybe I
yeah,
don't want the guy on death row just out and about picking up
no,
trash, you
that's not
know?
what I'm talking about. Like on the inside doing work,
Oh, no, for sure. They should be absolutely no, yeah, no. Put them in the fucking laundromat 24/7. What do you mean?
or like make them fucking build fences by hand. They don't get no tools. Just fucking
Or like in Baki, they were laying down fucking railroad tracks.
yeah, it's kind of shit like that.
You know, make them do something
Ar
fucking
with armed
productive.
guards surrounding them.
Right. You know, nothing like the what's it called? The influence of a man holding a fully loaded assault rifle within like, 50 feet of you to provide you some motivation to not be a fuck up.
Yeah, and no money exchange is allowed for the process through any of the process.
See that's the part where you're going to encounter problems because all the old rich white fucks are going to fight tooth and nail over that one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that's the way you got to do it. Or there's going to be
Oh no,
people
I agree.
being enslaved that shouldn't be.
Yeah, like pot dealers, which is how it has been, really. Fucking pot dealers getting 20, 25 years in jail is fucking insane. And I saw recently, I read they're trying to pass a bill in Florida to legalize recreational use of marijuana. And some asshole piece of shit senator guy already, like, the beginning of January, when the thing's not even set to go up for vote until November, has already put a bill on it that's like, oh, but only low THC. You can only have flower that's below 10%. It's like, bro, that doesn't exist at a modern dispensary. What the fuck are no. Bro, this isn't the 1950s anymore. Get out of that fucking reefer madness bullshit era. Like, come on, bro. Grow up. Read some fucking research. Piece of shit. Trying to block shit a whole almost an entire year before it even can be voted on. Like, god damn, dude.
Yeah, I don't think the South is going toward the way of freedom of choice. I think they're
No, it
doing
never has.
yeah, I think they're doing exactly what the left is doing where like, yeah, we got freedom of choice if you're aligned with my ideology.
Yeah, and the ideology down here is, Bible Belt ideology.
I like the being in the woods where there's nobody and I can do whatever the fuck I want ideology.
True.
But for some reason, people don't like it. When I start
All
talking
right, and
about
that
the government,
that
like people don't like it. Okay,
that,
let's
that
get off
brings
of
me
that.
back around. That brings me back around. I feel like Gypsy should just be able to do what she wants at this point. I feel like having a social media presence sort of forced upon her upon getting out of prison was a bit fucked. And I don't know. Like, maybe leave Brittany alone, you know? Leave Brittany alone. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, maybe just let her live a fucking normal life
I hope she doesn't.
without the media.
I hope
Just,
she doesn't get a reality show. I feel like that's
bro,
coming.
if she gets a TLC show, it's over.
Yeah,
It's
I feel like
literally
she's gonna
over.
get a reality show about her life, like just her living her life, and it's
And
gonna
it's
be
gonna
the
be on
worst thing.
TLC.
There's gonna
It's
be
gonna be on
YouTube
TLC.
channels making video essays about her garbage
Oh, dude, and
TLC
fucking
show
Sniper Wolf
or
is gonna have a
HGTV.
whole HGTV. No, I'm thinking Lifetime.
Do they do reality shows?
I believe so.
I thought they only
I mean,
did
I could be
movies, or do
wrong.
they have just a movie network?
No, they have a TV channel.
Okay. Well, did not know that.
Yeah, they have like a network television channel. Shut up, fucking Revive.
So, there any games upcoming that you're wanting to dig into?
Oh, there is one game currently that I will be pre-ordering the moment that it is available to be pre-ordered. And that is Need for Speed Most Wanted.
Oh,
That
dude.
is a remake that I am coming in my pants over. I mean, that was like the game when we were like teenagers. Like that was it, bro. That was it.
Are you sure that's a thing that's coming? Hang on just a second. Or is that just, or was that
Uh,
just a concept?
no, I'm like 99% sure that it's coming out shortly.
Well, this is a good place to find out. I am not seeing anything about it.
Really? Weird. Sorry, I just read a news article about it like a week ago.
Nobody making videos about it?
I mean, it's not out yet.
Yeah, I figure that people would be talking about it a little bit.
Nah, it's not worth talking about yet. But that is the only upcoming game that I actually am planning on pre-ordering.
Well, if it turns out that it's true, then I'm definitely going to hop on board because I'm actually, like, I just downloaded Need for Speed Most Wanted today, the original,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I'm definitely going to be playing that.
I mean, that's classic, right? I mean that is the fucking Need for Speed from our childhood.
I
That
will
that's
tell
the
you
best one.
that there's no mention of any new Need for Speed game at all. Almost like it's been scrubbed from the internet.
I'm telling you, bro. I just read about it.
Xfire
Ow.
says a Need for Speed remake has been confirmed for 2024.
Yeah.
Wait, whoa, what's this? Sitting behind the wheel of the vehicle, eyes on the prize, the pulsating beat of a VIN sevenfold, igniting your adrenaline.
Yes. Blinded in Chains, dude. That was on the soundtrack for Most
Yeah,
Wanted.
you are correct. I was too young to actually remember that when I played it last.
Oh, I wasn't.
The the one that I played most recent was Carbon.
Oh yeah. I'm actually still working on Unbound right now.
Uh oh.
Ooh.
Uh oh. Okay.
What?
actress Simone Bailey, who portrayed the unnamed partner, Sergeant Jonathan Cross, in the original racing sim. Was it really a racing sim? It wasn't really much of a racing sim.
No. I mean, maybe back in what? When did it come out? Fucking 2006? 2008?
Anyway, partner of Sergeant Jonathan Cross in the original racing sim, fueled the rumors with a now deleted social media post. Need for
Bro, they're trying
Speed.
to keep it
Yeah,
hush.
that's what I'm saying. I think it was scrubbed. Need for Speed Most Wanted remake is being released in 2024.
I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be hot.
Ooh, hold up. Ooh,
Did I just bring you like breaking scrubbed news?
like people that were actually involved in it accidentally leaked it.
And I just so happened to find out about it.
You know, I hope it's phenomenal because there's been a lot of good remakes recently. Resident Evil 4 remake has become one of my favorite, if not my favorite game of all time.
I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, with the new technology these days, like bringing back all the old classics, like the
There's a bunch of
remaster
stinkers
of
though.
the Crash Bandicoot and Spyro the Dragon, all those,
Yeah.
like that's so appreciated. That is so appreciated. As somebody who grew up playing those games, being able to see them in like nice, pretty 4K now is really cool. I'm sure that the makers of those games will never hear this, but I do appreciate it.
What games you been playing recently?
Recently, I have been playing Battlefield 2042 against bots because fuck playing that game online against real people because they're all just jacked up on Mountain Dew or some shit. They're impossible to play against. But I play that with my dad and a couple of his other disabled veteran friends and my cousin and stuff. Um, just beat Halo Infinite with dad and PD actually, and then we started Halo Reach. The three of us. We're like, I think halfway through. We just did what is it? The I can't remember the name of it. It's the mission where you're in the fucking spaceships and you're like taking out the Corvette in outer space and all that shit. We just did that earlier. Um,
Been a
so
while.
yeah, just I'm and you know, obviously I've been kind of getting into the classic Black Ops 2 zombies because the servers are back on, and I mean it's
Ooh,
a vibe.
so I've been thinking about getting an Xbox 360, a modded one.
Yeah,
And you can go back and play a bunch of the old Call of Duty games for free. For free. I don't
that
condone
would be
pirating.
cool. I don't condone pirating.
Privateering
Okay,
is
I do.
different. No, I don't condone it at all. Privateering is different. We are in a culture war. So if it's bad people that you're copying that content from, then who is it gonna hurt?
Well, that's kind of what I'm saying is like, I mean, you really think you're gonna hurt Treyarch's pockets, you know?
I wouldn't pirate a new game
No, 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 no. Something that like has been out for a
that they
decade.
forgot about. Games that companies have forgotten about, like,
Yeah, forgotten like old like Goldie oldies that like you would have to buy on eBay for like $150 or some shit, you know?
or something that's just so cheap that just like that you're buying secondhand from like third party retailer for like a
Yeah, it's like it
dollar,
was $20 when it came out.
like Call of Duty World at War. I mean, I'm sure it'll go
Yeah,
up in
like
price eventually.
who's gonna miss a World at War purchase? You know, like who's that really gonna hurt?
Right. It hurts me by me not being able to find a good place to get that game because it's
Right.
full fucking price on Steam. All the DLC. All the DLC are full price too. And it's
Doesn't
ridiculous.
make any sense.
It's
It's so
it's
old.
entirely on Activision for that.
Like how old is that game? Like 15, 20?
15 years?
Yeah. That's absurd. It should not be full price.
Yeah, some of the other ones are $100. Black Ops and newer
Why?
are $100 with all the DLC.
Yeah, you know how much it is on Xbox?
They go on price or they go on sale sometimes.
It's $15 for the game and $15 for the season pass that includes all the DLC.
That's for certain ones that have season passes. Because there are some that don't have season passes and you have to buy the DLC individually.
Mm. Well, at least for Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 1 is like more of what I was talking about. Modern Warfare 2,
Oh,
Modern Warfare 3.
yeah.
I think Black Ops 2 was the first one that had stuff like that.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2 didn't. I think Black Ops 1 might have.
No, it didn't. It had that credit system,
Oh, right.
which I liked. I liked that credit system a lot. Because when you level up, you unlock certain guns, and you use the credits to buy them.
Yeah, I
I
mean, I
like
did
that
actually
system.
like it. It seemed.
So you could get your favorite gun right off the bat if you had the coin for it.
Yeah. It seemed more fair.
Man, I want to play. You got Master Chief Collection.
Yeah,
Is that
of course.
crossplay?
Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, it is. It is. I remember turning on crossplay settings. So yeah, it is.
Yep. I'm gonna have to buy that. How much is it?
Like the
I
shit
bet
out of
it's
some Halo.
expensive. I bet it's $30. Oh no, I
I bet
closed
it's
Steam.
60.
I bet it's not. I bet it's 30. I could just buy the games individually.
Then you wouldn't be able to play them with me though.
Play certain ones.
It would have to be done through the Master Chief Collection though.
Yeah, it's Master Chief Collection.
Oh, okay.
It's just like you're locked out of certain ones if you don't purchase.
Oh, right. Yeah, I think you have to buy Reach and ODST. And I think 4 as well.
$40. It's kind of worth it, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. ODST is $5 and the rest of them are $10.
Sounds about right.
Ooh, some Halo Infinite news. I wanna check that out.
Ooh, okay. What's going on there?
I heard that Master Chief Collection and Halo Infinite are gonna merge.
Really? So, okay, that's interesting. That might. Okay, here's my question. Is that going to take up more space on my Xbox or less? That's all I want to know.
I'm not sure. Maybe somebody that happens along on this video will be able to comment it.
Because it's like, is that gonna make it like a single thing that's like 350 fucking gigabytes? Or is it
I think
gonna
you'll be able
make it
to
a single
install it.
thing that's like 250?
I think you'll be able to install individually.
I mean, yeah, but I want it all.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be big.
I'm just saying, is it going to be bigger than it is
I
having both of them separately?
I think it'll probably be like 10 gigabytes bigger just because of the menus for incorporation. And I bet some of the maps will be available cross play on
Or,
different games.
or will it be 10 gigabytes smaller because there's only one menu system instead of two?
Maybe. Maybe.
These are my questions. This is what I want to know. Audience,
I
nerds.
I could see them though, because Halo Infinite would be a good name for incorporating every Halo game into one thing.
Which is what I thought they were going to do from the beginning with Infinite. I thought Infinite was going to be the end all be all game. And then I was like, wait, Master Chief Collection exists. How's that going to
Well,
work? And I haven't known the whole time.
the way they could do it is when the next one comes out, rename it. It stays this exactly the same, but they changed the logo from Infinite to like Eternal or whatever they'll call the next Halo.
See, Doom
And
snagged
they'll
that one at the same time Halo Infinite was coming out.
yeah, 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 probably. I could see them using that name. But like, you know what I mean? The new one comes out, they just rename it and just incorporate it into what Halo Infinite already is.
Well, because Infinite is actually a play on the name of the UNSC Infinity,
Oh,
which
wait.
the story is kind of centered around.
Well, actually, I'm wrong because they can't do that because I just heard some more news from Halo.
Okay. What'd you hear?
343 Industries is reportedly developing the next
Yep.
Halo game using Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, yeah, I heard that.
There's a lot of L's in that
Or
sentence.
saw that article. A lot of L's in that sentence.
There are.
Yeah.
Like, that's a ridiculous amount of L's.
I mean,
It's not that doesn't that does that's not a good sign. There's so
Unreal
many
5's not
L's.
that bad though.
Do what?
Like Anthem was pretty good, and Anthem was Unreal 5.
I like Unreal 5. I just don't like
Right.
343, and I don't have faith in them making a good Halo.
Well, 343's been making them for a long time now.
Yeah, I just don't have faith in them making it a good Halo. It might be good like 2 years after it releases, like Halo Infinite is right now, and it's just barely good.
I'll be honest, I used to have that same opinion, and then I've played a lot more Infinite. I've played the campaign through maybe 5 times now.
I played
It's
through it three
actually
times.
really good.
Yeah, I played through it 3 times, but most of the gameplay from that game is based on the multiplayer, which did all of the winter season pass stuff. If
Yeah, the
that's
winter. Yeah, I did a lot of that too.
I did all of it. I
I
grinded
did
myself
most of
through it. It was rough, man.
it. Mm-hmm.
I hate gravity hammers in that game. Like they have no physics. They basically act like a shotgun because
But the thing is, though,
there's no knockback. If you get hit with it, you're dead.
here's my end all be all argument for why Halo Infinite is a great fucking game.
I think it would be great if it wasn't a fucking Halo game.
Grapple hook.
I think they need to move on. I think they need to make a different game based on the
I
Halo
disagree.
universe. I think it needs because they're 343. That's a Halo thing. I think that they need to make a different game that's not Halo, but in the same universe, just to give them a break.
Nah, I need more Master Chief story. I need continuation.
Well, you know what I
I'm
mean.
not I'm not sad.
I I think I think that they need like more time to develop a game.
I I mean, it's been a long time since Infinite came out.
Yeah, but they've been working a lot on Infinite.
Yeah, but that's how it always is. That's
Yeah,
what
no,
every.
that's what I'm saying. They need a little break, like a breather, so they can stretch out building the
Well,
next
I
Halo
would
to actually
prefer
be the best one. And then,
I would prefer that they don't
uh,
make anything in the meantime then.
yeah, not them particularly. I'm just talking about another Halo game, like from maybe even from a different developer, like a Halo Wars type thing, but not Halo Wars.
Hot take, I fucking hate Halo
I liked,
Wars.
I liked Halo Wars too. Halo Wars 1 was a little clunky,
It's literally unplayable.
but I like those
Legit
types of games.
unplayable. I don't. I can't. I'm just nope.
I
The
think
farthest extent of a game like that for me was the Brutal Legend stage battles. That was about as far into that kind of gameplay as I go.
I think a really good focus that they could do is like a third person action cinematic experience.
What, like fucking Drake, whatever, the Untold Fortune or whatever the shit.
Yeah, or like Tomb Raider, something like that. Yeah.
I dude, I despise those. I don't even want to
I
call
love
them
those
games.
games, man.
I don't even want to call them games.
I love those games. What do you mean? They're
You're not playing.
I
Like
disagree.
70% of the time you're watching cinematics. It's ass. It's
Like
not playing a
if
game.
you're sitting there like playing through the first time, but if you're replaying it, you skip all that shit and it's just straight action and puzzles.
Okay, well, that's not what the game was made to. It's 70% of it is cutscenes. Like there's no way around that. That's the way it was made.
Yeah, but the cutscenes are long, so if you skip them, then it just like goes straight into the action and like exploration and stuff. I played those games a lot. I played them like I do Resident Evil games, where I'll play through the experience slow and take it all in, and then I replay the fuck out of them, just like guns a blazing. I know where everything is. I know where all the treasures are. Stuff like that. I'm into that kind of shit though.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't get through the initial playthrough because I prefer to play games rather than watch them.
I like to have the cinematic experiences in certain games.
Like, don't get me wrong, bro. I love Destiny 2, and they got some cutscenes in there. There's some fucking cutscenes, boy.
Ah,
Let me tell you.
fuck it. We'll see.
But
And
they're
like,
great, and they're like warranted, and they're important, and they're like I enjoy them because I'm into the lore. You know, there's a whole big crazy universe there that makes it
yeah, I
interesting.
think Destiny 2 would have been phenomenal if Activision didn't force Bungie to fuck it up.
I will still say, even though it's been fucked up and blah blah blah, and like the monetization and this, that, and the other, handling wise, like the gameplay physics, the way it feels, there is no better, more clean first person shooter. There's not a single more buttery, smooth first person shooter experience. And I will die on that hill.
I've sworn off all games that have any kind of in-game store or microtransactions or anything.
I mean, but the thing about the microtransactions are, and Destiny 2, is that the microtransactions are all the cosmetic. It's all,
I don't give a fuck.
you know,
I fucking
it's
hate
totally
cosmetics too.
unnecessary.
I would
There's
rather
no
just
pay to
pay
win.
full
That's
price and get
that's the
all of it.
important part.
I don't
That's
care.
the important thing, is that there's not pay to win. That's what I don't like in a like fucking add-on store thingy in a game. Is the ability to pay to win.
I used to be
You
fine
can't
with
really
it.
do that.
I used to be fine with it until a bunch of other ways of monetization got banned. So they went harder and harder into the season passes and shit, and I just can't. cannot stand it. I'd rather just go back and play games that I missed.
Don't get me wrong, it's annoying, but
I
I don't know.
just don't let myself be annoyed in games anymore unless it's something that's challenging.
I just I like
I just
Destiny
I can't
enough
I can't
that
do it
I
anymore.
don't care. Like I'll put up with it. You know, I'm willing to take the abuse of
It would
Destiny
be
2.
it'd be great if it was free for the whole experience, but it's not.
Ooh, how they gonna make money?
By
Just
charging
people buying cosmetics?
by
That's not
charging
enough.
by charging full price or even a subscription, I'd be fine with. I just
I
want
would
I
not.
just want to be able to have everything.
If Destiny switched to subscription, I would never play it again.
Yeah,
Pretty
but do you
much.
buy the cosmetics?
No,
Then it wouldn't
but I
affect you.
buy every single DLC.
Yeah, it wouldn't affect you then. Yeah, but imagine
It would though.
other people who get the cosmetics get the subscription, and you just have DLC for free.
I mean, okay, true, true. If I get all the DLC, all the story, all that good shit for free, then I mean, I'm not gonna complain because I don't care about the cosmetics. But I think that factually they wouldn't be able to survive off and that was just for cosmetics. People wouldn't be interested enough in that.
I
They
don't
wouldn't
know.
get enough money.
I don't know. You'd be surprised. You should see how much they made. But you should also see how much they have to give to Activision. That's why I think it's just fucking. It just deserves to die.
But again, that's besides the point I was trying to make. Is that it is, without a doubt, I mean, just far and away the best feeling shooter, the most smooth gunplay, the most smooth movement. It just there is no better feeling game.
Well, I have nothing to say about that because I don't play very many first-person shooters.
I've played a lot of them. And I mean, I grew up on Halo. Halo 1 is how I learned my left from my right when I was 5 years old. Um, that's not a joke, actually. That's real life. Um, I've played a lot of fucking first person shooters. And, 28 days of fucking game time on Modern Warfare. I did my goddamn time. But listen. Growing up playing all the Halos and Call of Duties, fucking around in Battlefield and Medal of Honor and Call of whatever. I don't know. I played a lot of fucking shooters, bro. The the best
Yeah, I've
one,
played a lot of
the
the old
best
shooters.
one, easily the most silky smooth shooter. I mean, I've played Apex Legends, I've played PUBG, I've played Fortnite, I've played fucking
Also,
what's that other
you're
stupid one?
you're coming from the perspective of somebody who uses a controller.
Yes, I am a
It's
console
probably
person.
different on keyboard. 'Cause I tell you, man, Borderlands 2 feels really fucking good, and I've played Destiny 2 on keyboard and mouse, and I didn't like it. People say it's similar, and like, I didn't like it.
Look, I can't speak to keyboard and mouse. I don't play that way.
Yeah, I can't speak for controller because I don't play that way. I was having a hard time playing fucking PS2 games.
See, PS2 is my wheelhouse. That's like half my childhood.
Yeah,
I was Xbox and PlayStation
yeah.
both growing up.
Try going back, try going back and playing on a
I
fucking
I have.
PlayStation controller.
I have.
It's even worse for me
I'm
because I don't use a controller at all.
I'm totally fine with it. I can pick up a PS2 controller and just go like it's nothing. That's no problem at all. It's one of those things like once you've spent what is it, like 10,000 hours with something, you just gain ultimate mastery and it cannot be taken away by time. I definitely reached that with a PlayStation 2 controller.
I am,
Because my
however,
childhood was spent inside with a fucking video game controller in my hand,
yeah, I
not
am
outside.
really good at Resident Evil, so I think I could probably pull off being good with a controller also.
I mean,
I think
it's like a bicycle.
I think all of the third-person Resident Evil games, I'm probably the best at playing those compared to other games.
See, third-person shooters, I'm iffy.
I am
I'm
really good at third-person shooters, but
not confident with
not
them.
not online games. I'm not good at online third-person shooters. They're really weird and clunky, and I don't like them.
Yep. That's why I didn't get into Overwatch.
Third-person melee games,
Yeah.
that's my shit, man.
See, like, yeah, third-person melee. I'm totally good with, because that's Dark Souls and Elden Ring and like that whole world.
I put off
I'm
playing Dark
very
Souls.
comfortable there.
I've played Bloodborne and Sekiro, and those games were phenomenal.
See, Sekiro is one that I have not even touched yet, and I'm kind of waiting on.
Bro,
I kind of want that to be content.
it's so fucking difficult. Pretty sure it's the hardest Souls game
Um,
or FromSoft
I
game.
mean, that's one of those things that's very arguable.
I don't know. I don't think it is. The game was fucking frustrating on purpose.
Just all of them are. That's the name of the game, baby. See, Elden Ring was easy. Motherfuckers that like just jumped into FromSoft with Elden Ring don't understand
Oh,
how fucking baby easy that game was.
well, this
Like, yeah, a couple of the bosses were frustrating, like Radahn and Melania and stuff. Like, yeah. There's a couple like pretty OG fucking feeling boss fights, right? But for the most part, bro, they give you a mount 10 minutes in. They give you the ability to teleport between bonfires immediately from the start. Like,
okay.
what the fuck? What? Oh, and you can jump? What? Excuse me?
See, I'm
What?
seeing people say that Sekiro doesn't count because it's technically not a Soulsborne game, which
It's
I can
technically not.
agree.
It's a different universe. It is a different universe,
Well,
but
it
it's the
doesn't really
same game.
play like the same either. It's more of an action game.
But it's the same fucking development company.
Yeah, but there's no like
It's
RPG
a
elements or
FromSoft
anything.
game.
Or
Bullshit.
they're more standard. They're more standard. It's
Still an
just
RPG.
yeah, it's just like I don't know how to explain it because I haven't played the other
I
Souls games.
I know what you mean. Rather than being an RPG where it's more of a self-building sort of thing, where it's like you can kind of do whatever you want with your build, it's more locked in, and it's like, no, here's your skill set, here's your weapon, here's your
Yeah, it's
loadout,
more like an
here's what
action
you gotta
RPG.
work with. Like, no, I understand that. It's a more locked in, fine-tuned sort of thing. It's not as free choice
Yeah, and it's
as
more
a
like
typical
story
Dark Souls
based.
game. But it's
Dark
still a
Souls ain't really
FromSoft
got much
game.
of a story. It's more like lore. It doesn't.
Excuse you?
It's got lore and like world building. It doesn't really go for the story.
Oh,
Its
you weren't
story is
paying
the lore.
attention.
No, its story
There's
is the
so
lore.
much stuff.
Yeah, but story and lore, I mean, it's kind of the same. But the story of
It,
Dark Souls is its lore. It's not like that you're there's cinematics happening.
I'm gonna have to hard. Okay, yeah. It's not like it's cinematics happening, but I'm gonna have to hard disagree in that the lore, as you're wanting to call it, is the story. It's just a harder to see story. You just have to look for it more. You have to pay more attention. You have to
Yeah,
listen to the fucking
where
people.
where
You know,
Sekiro is like directly a story. Like it's
right? Or
basically you're playing an
like
action
a
movie.
Sly Cooper. Like Sly Cooper, it's like you are this
Oh
character, you
fuck,
have this
Sly
skill
Cooper.
set,
I gotta download that.
and here is this story.
There any games that like you want to happen that you don't think are gonna happen or haven't been
Sly Cooper
announced?
5.
I actually think that there's been talks of a new Sly Cooper.
Really?
Let me check that out real quick.
Because that's my ultimate like childhood game series. Like I think that really might be like the one.
Okay, so it'll be, if it's coming, there have been talks of it, that it would be a sequel to Thieves in Time rather than Sly Cooper 5.
See, here's my problem.
Which, that's a good game. I like that game.
I,
It's just a little different.
I didn't actually finish that one.
It was just a little different. It was really good though, in my opinion. It went under the radar. A lot of good games came out around the same time it did. So it kind of, people didn't really know about it.
Yeah. That happens every year though. There's always like one or no, really it's more like 5 pretty huge like mega blockbusters for the year, and then like the other 10 games that came out that are actually pretty fucking good just get totally overlooked.
Yeah, and it's usually because it's like really big multiplayer games.
Oh yeah, always. Almost always. Like that's why I fucking hate Fortnite, bro. It dominates the online multiplayer gameplay space when in all reality it's fucking garbage. It's literally it's a meme game.
I'm gonna
Like
extend my not playing games with microtransactions and stuff to, I also don't play online games where the fan base is mostly children.
true, honestly. Like I'll never touch a game like I don't know, Roblox. You know,
Yeah,
I'll
no.
never ever be
The
caught
closest
dead with that shit downloaded.
the closest I get is Minecraft, and I ain't playing that shit like just with randoms online.
No, no. If I'm playing Minecraft, I'm playing in a server with my buddies.
I used to play Bed Wars though. Bed Wars is actually really fun.
I can't. I've never.
You know what Bed
It
Wars is?
is not for me. I'm aware of what it is, but that is
Yeah,
not
I
for
used
me.
to play it back in the day. I used to be active
Yeah.
in some Minecraft servers though.
Well, I mean, I guess if you're like an active Minecraft community member, like okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, I was
But
like actively
I
playing it,
I
trying to be like a Minecraft YouTuber when I was like
no,
20.
my experience with YouTube was getting stoned with my buddy at his house, mining for hours in the middle of the night, sometimes while on acid.
I think
That's why
Minecraft is
I
still
don't
really good. I like what they've
that's why I
done
don't
with it.
do anything.
I like what they've
I
done with
hate it.
Minecraft, and I like where they're going with it.
Fucking hate it. They destroyed my minds, man. They made it all different
But then
and silly and
they brought a whole
bad.
bunch of shit into it and made it better.
I hate it though. It's too much. It's not what it was. It's different.
I like
My
how much
autistic
there
brain
is.
can't handle it. I want the comfort back in the old ways, man.
I like that there's just like so much shit to do, and I'm just always finding shit. That's what I loved about Terraria, though.
Oh, I hated
There was just,
Terraria.
yeah, we have like almost completely different taste in games.
Yeah, it's weird. We're like almost total
I like
opposites.
I like games where there's a whole lot of shit to do, whole bunch of different shit.
I mean, I like games
I
where
like
there's a lot of
super
different shit to do
I
too.
like super complex games where it's like near impossible for me to run out of shit to do.
No, like don't get me wrong. I have like 7 or 8 playthroughs of Skyrim. I fucking love that shit. I'm just real picky about it.
I don't like Skyrim anymore, man. I can't go back and play it. It
Oh,
does not hold up, man. It does not hold
I
up.
haven't played that shit in like at least 8 years now. It's been a long time.
It almost disappoints me when I play it, because when you play it, you can see where Bethesda went wrong with everything that came after it, because they focused on the wrong shit.
Yeah.
Because they made Skyrim look kind of pretty, so they were like, you know what, every game after this has to be even prettier, and they focused
It's
on the
like that's really not
environments.
important
I mean, it's somewhat important, but don't make it more important
comparatively.
than your character models and their AI and the
Well, not even
gameplay.
just that, the gameplay. The
Yeah,
gameplay is the core thing.
and the choices.
It's a video game.
Well, gameplay isn't even. It's supposed to. It was supposed to, like, say Fallout 4. It's supposed to be an RPG. It's based on an RPG series, or it's in an RPG series, mainline. And the choices were like yes or no, like good or bad. That was all the choices. And then you can customize your character's skills and perks.
I mean, Fable was kind of the same thing to an extent. I mean, you could make the same argument.
Yeah, but Fable was that kind of RPG. Every RPG or every Elder Scrolls before that was like straight up RPG.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
And then Elder Scrolls and Fallout, I mean, all of them. And then Fallout 4 comes out and it's just like an action game. That's
I
not.
just, I don't, I haven't played a Fallout that I like. I really
Uh,
haven't.
Fallout New Vegas is one of my favorite games, and the gameplay, the actual like shooting and stuff, is garbage. But I don't do a lot of shooting in that game, so it doesn't really matter. I love that game
Yeah,
so much.
I
It's such a good game. If you like talking to people and making choices, hard choices.
nah, not really. Not really. Not so much these days. I just don't care. I seem to have run out of fucks. To where most people, when they talk to me, are like,
I
hey,
have
just
no more fucks
get
to give.
over it, get through with whatever the fuck you're trying to yap at me about. I genuinely don't care. I just want to go home. Like, I just,
No,
I've become a
I,
crotchety
I
old
like
man at
I like
the
my
ripe young age of 26.
I like my story based games, my choice based games. But there has Baldur's Gate, man. Fucking that game's so good.
See, I'm really hoping that I'm gonna buy that game. I'm gonna play it, and I'm gonna go into it being like, look, I really like tabletop D&D. Think the whole dice rolling shit is really cool. I enjoy a great game of Magic the Gathering that lasts for 2.5 hours. You know, let me go into this with an open mind and like want to care about the
Well,
universe, right?
see,
Let me want to give a shit.
I think you're gonna have to play it multiplayer because I think it's too slow for you to give a shit.
Damn.
Yeah, from what you've described, I don't think you would like it unless you played it multiplayer.
See, but like Destiny, I've watched every second of every cutscene from the entirety of Destiny 1 and Destiny 2, every single DLC, every single story expansion, every second of every cinematic. I've been at the edge of my seat with my jaw open, you know? Like, it just depends on if I care about it.
Yeah,
And the fact of the matter is,
I
I
find it
like
I, f-
medieval stuff.
I find it hard to care about companies when they're when or games when the companies are garbage and just like have bad business practices and just have garbage in their games that are actively bad for you and are just money grabs. I just can't do it.
Eh, I never really got that feeling with Destiny, so.
And it's not even Bungie's fault. And it's not Destiny's fault either. It's other games that drove me to this. It's not Destiny that drove me to this. It's just
The model,
yeah.
the season based model.
To be honest, it was Blizzard, which
Yep.
Destiny is
They
tied to
started
Blizzard,
it.
but Blizzard is what fucked it all up for me. Because Diablo 4 burned me hard. It burned me bad.
A little bit, yeah.
I've
A
got
little
I've
bit.
got I've got some scar tissue from that shit.
Actually, Diablo 4, I should specify, is one of those games that I have such a love-hate relationship with, where it's like I really don't like this game. I don't like the development. I don't like so many things about it. But I kind of enjoyed the dungeon crawl.
The first 50 levels, I had a great time. But
No, up to 100 is fun now. Then once you hit 100, it's like, and the game is no longer any fun whatsoever. Awesome.
I just can't put in those levels again. Especially
It
knowing
just
that
it just turns into
it's not really that different from when I played it before.
yeah, it's not that different, right? But like in season 2 with the vampire powers, like that was interesting. They at least added like a lot of cool new gameplay mechanics, but it was mostly just what it boiled down to was the metamorphosis dodge that allowed you to go through enemies and become unstoppable. Then everybody made builds based around that.
Yeah, I'm just tired of all these companies bullshit. I'm just gonna stick to my offline single player games for now.
I mean, offline single player games are great, and you know, I don't know if I should be embarrassed to say it or not, but like kind of a Bungie simp, and I've bought every single DLC, every single expansion for all of Destiny 1 and all of Destiny. Like I
Well,
firmly up until like 6 months ago was firmly like I like Bungie. I believe in Bungie. I want them to succeed. I want them to continue making more Destiny. I am invested in the story. I'm invested in the lore. I'm invested in the characters. And then, bro, I swear to God, Lance Reddick died, and then everything started falling apart. And after that, I've
hey,
just been slowly distancing.
my favorite game series that I simp for, similar thing happened. Fucking Borderlands.
Yeah.
My favorite character fucking died. And it just ruined the entire game for me because she didn't need to and it came out of nowhere.
I mean, Lance
Maya.
Reddick, he died at
My
60.
No, I mean Maya, her character died in Borderlands.
Oh, you're talking about okay, all right.
No, I'm talking about a character. I have no idea who you're talking about. I don't know
Mm.
Bungie. I just know that I don't like the
No, but
company. I don't know anything about
you
the
know Lance
individuals.
Reddick.
No, I don't.
Did you watch Fringe?
No.
The old sci-fi show?
I know somewhat what it is. Never
Okay,
seen
all
it.
right. How about the Resident Evil Netflix show? The live
Nope.
action one they
Nope.
just came out with.
I swore that one
God
off.
fucking damn it.
I swore it off.
All right, let me send you a picture of him. Maybe, just maybe. That'll ring a bell. Wait, what? Did that not? Did that not go?
Oh, it did. I see it. Black
Okay.
guy.
Yeah.
I've seen him
Does
before.
he not look familiar?
Yeah, I've seen him before.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
don't know what he
no.
does. I've just seen him in, celebrity,
He's
famous people
done
things.
he's done a lot of television sitcoms and a lot of voice acting work. Um I mean he's pretty famous for several different roles, but probably most popular modern would be, being Commander Zavala in Destiny. He's like the main vanguard. He's like the leader of like the I I don't know. Like the fucking, like the military part of the good guys. He's like the dude, you know? And he's been the dude for like, I don't know, a decade or whatever since fucking Destiny 1 came out. So, yeah, him dying kind of huge fucking blow. And then like the whole Bungie fired half of their people, one of which being like the lead composer, the person who's been responsible for like the gorgeous fucking soundtrack that's been there since the beginning. Like, and then all and then shit with Blizzard and all of there's a lot of bad, and it's just every day it just gets harder and harder to support what was for a very long time my favorite game, like by far and away. It sucks. It really sucks.
Well, I can tell you that all of my favorite games cannot be changed because they were one and done and they're set in stone.
Yeah,
They are unchangeable.
yeah. And that's why I go back and I default to, the Sly Cooper and Ratchet and Clank and
Yep.
the old Dungeons and
Oh,
Dragons
oh,
Heroes
yeah.
on Xbox.
I want to get back to the original topic. We kind of got off topic a little bit. Some games that you want to come out that you pretty much know aren't going to come out. Here's one from me. Jak and Daxter. I would really like a new one.
Yeah.
I really need a Jak 4 or even a Jak X2, the combat racing game.
No, there was a Jak 4.
No, that wasn't Jak 4.
It was
don't
garbage,
even
but
yeah, don't even that wasn't Jak 4. That was like what I don't even
there was
remember
the
what it was
PSP
called.
game.
That was the same. It was the same one. Or wait, or are you talking about Daxter?
No. Yeah, Daxter. That was
That's
fun.
not.
I
That's
actually enjoyed that.
that's a good
Okay.
game, but it's probably one
I
of the best
liked
on
it.
PSP. Actually,
It was dumb. It was dumb, but I really liked it.
I want to play the newest Ratchet and Clank. It's on Steam.
I would love to play a Ratchet and Clank game.
I've got emulators.
I just need them to, come out on Xbox.
Hey, you have a laptop there, bro.
Yeah, sure do.
I know a website. It's got every game that you can imagine.
Yeah, I ain't trying to get a virus.
No, it's like it's a guy, and he is very well hidden.
All right, we'll keep this in the DMs. I feel like that's something you shouldn't.
No, I'm not gonna be talking about that because I don't think anybody knows about it. He gets like maybe 3 people per day on his website.
Oh, damn.
You want to talk about?
Was that first guy De Niro?
You want to talk a little bit about more games that you wish would happen?
I mean, a full remaster of this wouldn't be bad.
What is it?
Black Ops 2.
Oh, did you hear the news surrounding that?
No.
A possible pre-alpha Black Ops 2 remake build got leaked.
Really?
I'm pretty sure I got that right.
That's pretty sick. I would definitely enjoy that. That would be cool. But yeah, no, really, what I want that's not realistic is for a lot of those classic PlayStation games from my childhood to come to Xbox. And so far, Devil May Cry, Crash Bandicoot, and Spyro the Dragon have all come over to Xbox. Now I'm just waiting for Ratchet and Clank and Jack and Daxter. And then ultimately Sly Cooper.
So the Black Ops 2 leak apparently was a futuristic version of Black Ops 2 was going to be coming out in 2025, possibly.
Okay.
And that's kind of
That
cool.
obviously didn't
Bunch of like
happen.
futuristic maps and weapons and kill streaks, stuff like that, missions and perks.
I don't like the futuristic shit because they tried that with Advanced Warfare and that game was absolute garbage.
Wasn't that bad.
It was. Let's be honest.
Are
That
you
game sucked.
wait, are you talking about the multiplayer or the story?
As a whole. As a
'Cause the
whole.
story was, I think, was trash, but I think the gameplay in the story was pretty good. And the multiplayer I didn't play.
Look. I'm talking about mostly the zombies because that's mostly what I played. But yeah,
I
it
have not
felt
played
good and clean
zombies.
at the time.
I have not played zombies since Black Ops 2.
Dude, I
Haven't touched
can't
it.
not play zombies.
Haven't
That's
touched
like
it.
all that I play in Call of Duty.
Every zombies map that I played after Black Ops 2 was just not zombies to me.
Have you played the Cold War zombies?
Nope.
There's a particular game mode in it. I think it's called Outbreak or something like that. It's really long form zombies.
I
Where you
like
can like drop in with a particular weapon and kind of like load out and
I
you
don't
can
see that's what I don't like. I mean, it's cool. It's cool to have that, but I also want my classic zombies where you buy doors, get perks, get the pack punch mystery box, you know, buy guns off the walls, things
I
like
mean
that.
there are those maps too
Yeah, but
in
they
Cold
have like a
War.
bunch of extra shit too that I just don't want to fuck with.
Yeah, I understand
I
that.
just want to
I
play
get
the
that.
map. I don't want to worry about the Easter eggs or nothing like that. Unless it's like maybe like the Black Ops Easter eggs. I think the original Ratchet and Clank games need a remake.
Dude, if I could get a remaster of Deadlocked on Xbox, I ooh.
That game was different,
Ooh.
but I did enjoy it very much.
Deadlocked was
It was like
awesome.
it
And
was like
then
Ratchet and Clank, but in an arena.
Up Your Arsenal was probably my favorite, and then Deadlocked is a strong number two.
See, every time I go back and play Ratchet and Clank, I have to play them all in order, and I do every time I go back.
Yeah.
I play Ratchet and Clank, and then I play. I think it's Going Commando after that, and then I play Up Your
Yeah.
Arsenal because they all
Dude,
tie into each other.
Going Commando was another
It was banging.
absolute banger.
It's like Ratchet because Ratchet and Clank. It's the most basic one, and it's really good. And then they build upon that in the
Yeah, like
next
Ratchet
two.
and Clank is solid.
Yep.
You know, it's a solid game. It's like a solid 7, and then like the next game is like an 8, and it's like 8.5. And it's like a 9. Like they just keep getting better.
And then they start dropping back down. But there's
Yeah,
not.
when PS4 came about.
I don't think there is a bad Ratchet and Clank game though. I haven't played one.
No, no, there's
They're
not a
all like
bad one.
they're all at least a 7. The ones that I've played.
It's just disappointing that they went a bit down in quality when PS4 came out.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest complaint.
I think they tried too hard on the graphics. Because it looked really pretty. But it was really simple.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean that
what
might
was
be
it?
the fault.
Into the Nexus, I think, was the one that I played.
Yeah, very not, just underwhelming.
I really want to play the new one, Rift Apart.
Me too.
Did you watch the Ratchet and Clank movie?
I did not. I did not.
I hated it when I originally watched it, but compared to all the garbage that's been coming out recently, not that bad.
Like the Super Mario Brothers movie.
I did not like that movie.
I also have not seen that, but I really don't want to.
I could see how kids would like it and certain adults, but I'm not a fan of Mario, so I didn't really like it.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Mario fan.
I think Mario is annoying. I like some of the games. Like Mario Odyssey was really good.
I mean, when I was a little kid, growing up, like Super Mario Brothers 2, like classic, Paper Mario, whatever.
I didn't really like them. I mean, they were all right, but I didn't play much of them. I can tell you, I probably played Super Mario World on Super Nintendo the most out of all the Mario games because that was one of the few games that I had growing up.
Right. That was like one of the few games like over at my grandma's house there was a old Super Nintendo and they had like Mortal Kombat 2, Super Mario Brothers 2, Super Mario Brothers World, and like Paper Mario. And like those were the only 4 games that they had there. So that was my only exposure to Nintendo growing up.
I didn't have really like any new video game consoles. I had like Super Nintendo and original Nintendo up until probably GTA San Andreas when it released on PS2. And then I started getting into PS2. That was a crazy jump for me. Yeah, I went from Super Nintendo to PlayStation 2. My mind was blown.
I went from like Super Nintendo and PlayStation 1 to like Xbox and then like PlayStation 2.
What are some PlayStation 2 games that like you played a lot that we didn't already mention, like Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper?
Oh yeah, no, dude, Sly Cooper is
What are some besides those? 'Cause
oh
those are obvious. What are some non-obvious ones?
God. Oh man.
I know a couple because we played the shit out of them, man, because we didn't have very many games.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
I'll go ahead and go for mine. War of the Monsters.
Don't remember that.
Oh, dude, that game does not hold up very well, but it was so fun. It was like Rampage. You remember that game where you're like the monsters? Yeah, it was kind of like that game, but it was third person and you walked around the city as giants and you fight each other.
I remember a game like that.
It was
like Rampage,
so
but it was versus.
Yeah, and it was like kind of in the style of Godzilla a little bit.
Yeah.
There were all kinds of different monsters.
I played that.
There's like UFOs and stuff. There was one level where while you're fighting, a tsunami will just like go through the city and just fucking kill everybody. You had to jump above the tsunami. Such a fun game.
You know what? I just remembered. The game that was on PlayStation 1 that I only ever got to play through a demo that was on another different. And I always wanted to play the full game, but I never could. And as an adult, I like could not ever find the name of this game because it's so obscure.
I might know it.
And I finally found it years ago. and it's
You
like
got it.
$150, or at least it was when I looked into it years ago. And I'm not going to buy it, but going off of the whole games that I really wish would get remade. Have you ever heard of Zweihander? Or no, Einhander. Sorry, Einhander. It's one, not two. Einhander.
Oh man, that rings a bell so hard. I just looked at a list
Google.
the other day
Google it.
of all of the PlayStation games, or all of the every game that I from every system I used to
It
play.
is it is legendary. It's one of those legendary obscure
Oh
games.
yeah, I do. It was a SquareSoft game.
Yep.
Yeah, I
But
know what this
dude,
is.
I'm telling you, I've only ever played the demo for it, but I played the demo for it so much on the disc that it was on that it no longer ran after a certain point. I played it out to where that part of the disc wouldn't run anymore. If I could get a remake of that in 4K, that that would be a dream come true.
Yeah, this looks like a fun game. I might have to check that out.
Hmm.
I might have it. I've got a giant library of games.
Like that's one of those games that like that has legendary status, like forever. That's a protected species as far as I'm concerned.
You know what I really want? You know how
What's
there
that?
was a Final Fantasy VII remake?
Yeah.
I wish they I wish they would do a Final Fantasy VI remake like that.
Is that one also like turn-based?
Yes, but it's different the way the turn-based works.
I just
It's
really don't like turn-based games.
I'm trying to think of a turn-based game that's like it that you would probably know.
You know, I've played one turn-based game that I like,
What's that?
Pokemon.
Yeah, well, but yeah, it's a lot like Pokemon turn-based actually.
That's literally
But
like,
instead of 4 attacks, you get multiple more.
yeah,
Like I think
I
up to like
know.
6 or 8. It's
Dude,
pretty
when I
much the
was a little
same
kid,
mechanics though. But it's the world that you're in is that's my favorite. It's one of my favorite RPG worlds.
dude, when I was a little kid, I used to go over to my friend. I I won't say his name, but I used to go over to one of my friend's houses, and he had an older brother who would play Star Ocean 2 on the PlayStation 1.
I love the Star Ocean games.
And
They're not very good.
they're not very good, right? But just watching him play it, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. This is so badass, dude. And then I played a turn-based game, and I was like, oh, this is gay. Oh, this sucks. I hate this. I want nothing to do with this. But then, my friend Jaime, damn it, turned me on to a very specific PlayStation 2 game that I don't think you've ever heard of. It's very, very old and rare and like not well known.
What's that?
Radiata Stories.
I do know what that is.
Really?
Yes, only because I have looked through the list of PlayStation 2 games so much, and I specifically look at all of the anime looking games.
I'm telling you, Radiata Stories is a like 8.7 out of 10. It's so good. It's the only turn-based RPG other than Pokemon that I have fully completed and totally enjoyed
Oh,
the
this
whole
does look
time.
really good. I love JRPGs.
It's I- it's for what it is, it's perfect. It
I
really
know a
does not
couple.
get much better.
I know a couple JRPGs you'd probably like. You ever heard of Nino Kuni?
Nope.
Yeah, you would probably enjoy Nino Kuni.
See, but the thing is, the reason that I enjoyed Radiata Stories is because I played it when I was like 12, you know? Like I was the right age for it.
Yeah, I think that you would play Nino Kuni and be like, man, I really wish I had this game when I was 12 because this is fucking phenomenal.
See, I feel like I can't play a game like that as an adult without having played it as a 12-year-old and still like it. Like the same way. You know what I mean? Like Radiata Stories is special. There's never going to be a game that can rival it simply because I played it when I was at that part of my life.
I don't know,
Oh.
man. I can go back and play some games like this and still think they're fucking great.
I think maybe what I'm getting at is that uh it would be missing the nostalgia factor, which really helps old games be well playable in the modern day.
Yeah, unfortunately, my nostalgia factor leans toward really bad games that I played when I was a kid because I didn't play a lot of good games. WWE games, I could tell you a lot about those games.
I had one of those on a PSP that I played the shit out of.
I had them all on PlayStation 2 and I had them all on PSP. Even the doubles, there were some on PlayStation 2 and PSP.
Oh God.
Yeah, I had them all. There were some.
I literally had one.
They were stinky. They were garbage. They're hard to play now.
Yeah.
There's a couple
You
of
know,
them that are
going back
fun.
playing those old ones, I'm like, how did how did I cope with these controls?
Yeah,
Like how did I actually deal with that?
there are some that have some decent controls and that are just absolutely ridiculous in a really fun way. Like SmackDown Shut Your Mouth or like Just Bring It where you can like go out into the audience and have a brawl. And there's like weapons and shit out there. I love that shit.
That's cool.
Where you can like run out of the arena and like go into the backstage while you're still in the middle of a match. They don't really do stuff
I
like that no
mean,
more.
yeah, there's a lot of like
Those
old
old
games like
those
that that
old
are
games were different, man.
yeah. Oh, help me out. Help me out. I bet that you know. Um, there was a game, okay, where you played as a cat. It was not Blinks the Time Sweeper. I know you're thinking that. It's not that. Um, it's I want to say PS2 and like you're this little cat and it's like Japanese themed and you got like armor and different weapons and stuff like swords and hammers and all kinds of like cool shit.
Hmm.
Uh, and his name consisted of 3 letters, if I'm not mistaken.
Apparently, there was a lot of cat games for PS2.
I mean, yeah, no. Um, not Tack and the Power Juju. It was
That's a good game.
that is a good game. It was fuck. It was in that same era as that though.
Not that game. That was a weird game. What kind of game was it?
It was like a platform RPG, an adventure RPG. Like really simple, probably like rated E10. God damn, I accidentally collected that nuke. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, 'cause that's not Vex.
No, I don't think so.
Klonoa. That's a good game. I don't think that's what you're
How was
talking about,
that?
though.
Oh, son of a... I got the fucking best, heaviest weapon in the game. Son of a...
Okami is a really good game.
Okami is really good, yeah. Also, speaking of remake, again, Otogi.
Ooh, are you talking about Legend of K?
Legend of K, yes! Yeah, 3 letters. Yeah.
I played this. I don't
Dude, that
remember
game's
anything about it
awesome.
other than the cover. I used to rent it.
I remember the final weapon that you can unlock is an ancestral longsword. It's so fucking cool. Dude, that game is like fucking phenomenal. I love everything about it.
Oh man. Oh man, my brain's exploding. This is like, oh, what's that game for Xbox? Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in the same vein as that, but you get a sword.
It literally
This looks
is.
fun.
It's the same vein. Dude, it's awesome.
Has a mini map.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably
looks
one of
like
the
it.
first games to have one.
It looks really pretty. Oh
It
man,
was.
yeah, I remember this shit. I played this
Dude,
in high school.
great game. If I could have a remake of that, that would be, oh man, that would be great. Son of a fucking...
Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I don't think that it's gonna happen.
No. But I mean, you prefaced it with saying things that probably aren't going to be remade, but I wish they would.
Yeah, that's a
And
good one.
that's it. That's it right there. There you go. There's my answer.
I want a
Legend of
new
K,
want
or
a new
Kai, or whatever.
want a new Deus Ex game.
That probably will happen though.
I don't know.
I mean, more than likely.
Year ago from Young Yeah report free from Square Enix. Eidos want to make new Deus Ex and do what Cyberpunk couldn't. Good luck with that.
Yeah,
Cyberpunk
because
ended up
Cyberpunk
being,
was pretty successful.
yeah, and it's really, really good now. It's one of my favorite games of all time now.
And it did the same. It has the I'm 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 going to officially start calling it the No Man's Sky affliction, where it just was not done when they released it,
Yeah.
and it didn't live up to the massive fan hype expectation, and it was just such a major letdown. And
Well,
then
I think it's a little bit
a
different
year later,
actually.
totally fixed it.
I disagree a little bit because No Man's Sky was a little bit different. Cyberpunk was promising to be a finished game. No Man's Sky, you got everything that they promised. They didn't leave anything out. It's
The
just when we
multiplayer, dude.
no, it's just we got exactly what they said. It's just that when we
Not at
got it,
launch.
no, it was technically exactly what they said. It's just not how we thought it was gonna
Mm,
be. Because yeah, it was connected and like it was a little broken, but it still
yeah,
worked
but they
like
made
they
it to
said.
where you could actually load in with a team of 4 people. Like they added that like a year after the fact. They fixed the multiplayer aspect of the game.
Yeah, but that see they weren't promising that. They were promising that you'd be able to run into people randomly. But
Oh,
the universe
semantics.
the universe was so big, people didn't realize that not enough people were going to be playing it for you
Listen,
to actually run into anybody.
that's
So
a bad
they
faith
made a
argument.
hub. They made a hub
As a
in
That's a bad
space.
faith argument because you and I both know that the way that it sounded from the pitch was that there would be multiplayer and that you would be able to take part in like crazy, awesome, huge scale space battle mission thingamajigs with people online. And the fact of the
See,
matter
yeah,
is
I
you
didn't
could
buy
not
into it.
interact with anybody online
Yeah, I
when
didn't
that
buy
game
into it.
launched.
I didn't buy into the hype.
And
People,
if you want to say that like being able to see the things that other people named is interacting with other people online, you haven't played a lot of online games. You
they
know, like clearly.
they released that game knowing full well that everybody knew that they were just going to keep updating it. But I think people thought that eventually they would stop updating it. And so far it's been years and they still haven't stopped. They keep
I
adding
don't think
stuff.
that was the problem. I don't think that was the problem at all. I don't think anybody ever
No, I don't think that was a
actually.
problem at all. I think that was just like people hyped it up too much and didn't realize that it was technically releasing in early access
See, that's
for full price.
that's that's the that's the that's the big problem
But at
is
least the
that a
updates are
lot of
free.
games are doing that.
Yeah, but the updates are free and there's no microtransactions whatsoever.
I mean, okay, yeah, good for them. But uh, listen, fact of the matter is, don't put a fucking game out if it's not done.
Yeah, or at least tell
Like,
people.
listen. Go back to the beautiful old days of PlayStation 2 and Xbox, right? The stuff that we were talking about before, the old retro classics. Those games got printed onto a fucking disc and shipped out
That
all
was
the
what I was talking
same,
about. That's why I don't
and they
like new
all
games with
worked.
microtransactions and shit.
They all came out exactly the way that they were. No DLCs, no add-ons, no nothing. It was a fully completed game. It wasn't an alpha, it wasn't in beta, it wasn't in pre this, it wasn't in testing this, that, or the other. It was a game. It was
Yeah,
a full fucking game that
best
was on one disc.
best
That
thing.
was the good old days.
Yeah, best thing about those types of games is they're going to exist forever. There are games that have come out recently that you can't play anymore because they were online services only, even single player games that they just shut down. You want to play Assassin's Creed Brotherhood with the DLC? Can't. You want to play the original Mass Effect 2 with the DLC? You can't.
See, like that kind of shit, that sucks.
I
That
even
really
own
sucks,
Mass Effect
man.
2 and the DLC for it, and it doesn't work because you have to sign in on BioWare.net, and it doesn't exist anymore.
See, but you could go back as far as an old original fucking Nintendo Entertainment System and get a cartridge that is a whole game, a whole full complete game, no problems, no pre-release, no software bugs that need to be worked out and patched and this, that, and the no, it's a game. It's a fully functioning entire game that's just on a cartridge that was made 40 fucking years ago. And it
Yeah,
works perfectly fine. And we can't figure this shit out? Really?
well, Nintendo
Come on
did.
now. Okay, so did PlayStation, so did Xbox.
Well, Nintendo
Discs,
games, the discs are gonna disintegrate long before the cartridges do.
fair.
Like we've still got surviving NES games.
I still have several surviving PS1 games, but I mean, whatever.
Yeah, but they're
You
starting
just
to
have to take care of them.
they're gonna be starting to
You just preserve
disintegrate.
them. Just put them in a fucking binder. They'll be fine.
Well, like just
Put them in a
actually
disc
the
binder.
material is supposed to disintegrate in like what was it, like 25 to 35 years they start to disintegrate.
If they're in dirt
No, I mean
and open
just being
exposure to elements.
just existing, not in a like
Bro,
controlled
I have
environment.
blackback PS1 discs that are in perfect
Well, yeah,
condition.
it's not time for them to
They're
actually be
not
degraded.
disintegrating. They're
They're not gonna
25
no
years
no
old.
no.
What do
They're
you
not gonna
mean?
disintegrate into like dust. It's just like they just over time they just start naturally shrinking and warping and chipping, and even if you just keep it and don't touch it and it just sits in the jewel case, it just happens.
And a Nintendo cartridge won't do that at
Oh, they
all
do.
over
They
time.
do. Oh no, for sure they
Okay.
will. But I'm just
Okay.
saying, like, it's happening at a slower rate for those games. Wii games, that's a different story. They're disintegrating faster than PS1 games are.
Okay.
They're not disintegrating to
Uh,
diminishing in quality.
diminishing. That's a good word. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. I get that. Okay. But I mean, I will say I think that the quality of care and upkeep has a lot to do with that. For instance, in a museum, right? A really, thousands of year old, tens, hundreds of thousands of year old, you know, uh, piece of architecture can be well maintained and preserved for future generations to come, as long as it's well taken care of. I think that the same could be said for a disc or a cartridge. If somebody were giving it the same kind of maintenance and upkeep that, maybe a museum or something like that would do, then perhaps it could work for a much longer period of time. I don't know. Maybe, like as you said, it's just naturally made to disintegrate or dilapidate or deform or whatever over time, and there's just absolutely no way around that. But I don't know. Maybe, just possibly, perhaps it, you know, preservation techniques. I don't know. I'm uneducated. I'm just a silly little retard. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now. But
Yeah, I'm not finding any evidence of disc rot for anything that isn't made in the 90s. Maybe some early PS1 games might experience it just because of the cheap material they were using.
talking about the old blackbacks.
Well, the original blackbacks, because I'm sure like the black and white labels on the
Oh no,
discs.
there's like purple backs that are good.
Yeah,
They're
but
like good to go.
I'm talking
I'm
like
talking about the old like black, like
the
blackbacks.
the ones that the labels were in black and white, like they
Yeah,
weren't even in color.
yeah, like my old Moto Ski 2 or
But
whatever the fuck it
there's no
was.
actual evidence of it. People were saying that they were possibly experiencing it, but there were other people saying that like, no, all my shit's fine. I've had them for years and I still play them, which
Yeah,
I
and I'm
wouldn't.
I'm in that same camp. I've got old blackback PS1 games that I can pop in the old fat body PS3 and
Yeah,
still boot up right now.
honestly, I wouldn't even do that. What I would do is take that PS3 and put emulators on it, which is like super easy to do because you can access a web browser. So it's just an install of an app. I would do that so I could play ROMs of all the games that I have on PS1 because I just wouldn't
Yeah,
want to do anything to damage my collection.
if I'm gonna do that, then I mean, why not just use my laptop?
Yeah,
Cut out the middleman.
yeah.
I mean, like sorry
But
to
the
be a
novelty, yeah,
killjoy, but
but the novelty of having a PlayStation that
in
plays
old
PlayStation
school,
games.
yeah,
Because that's why
I
I'm
get
getting.
that. I get
That's why
that.
I'm gonna get the modded Xbox 360, is so I can play Xbox games on an Xbox.
Can you see my screen right now?
Um, yes. What is this?
How does this look to you?
Like an Xbox logo?
Xbox logo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I mean, like, kind
You
of.
don't see the old 360 guide?
No,
What?
no, I don't see that.
What?
No, it don't pop up because it would probably show information that you don't want people to see, like your gamer tag.
Oh. So you can only see when I'm actually playing.
Yeah,
Oh. So you can see this,
yeah, I can see that.
but not this.
No, it's just like a. Hang on just a second.
Ah.
Hang on just a second. Show you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it's showing.
Interesting.
That's very, very
Okay.
strange.
Huh. That must be some kind of Xbox privacy protection thing.
That's what I figure it is.
Well, shit, that's pretty cool.
You know what else I could use? A new
What's that?
Bioshock game.
Dude, I'm just, I mean, oof, a proper Bioshock 3. A
Yeah, like an
real
actual.
proper Bioshock 3. Oof.
I don't know how it would work though, because like they kind of ended it with Bioshock 2. They would have to make
I mean,
another.
they tried to continue with Infinite.
Yeah, they'd have to make another one that's like Infinite, where it's not in the city of Rapture. Say some words.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi. Hello. What I would like, honestly, is I would like a continuation of Rapture, but from a future perspective. Maybe, somebody, I don't know, 30 years down the road is doing some sort of like archaeological exploration, and then they get cut off from their team, like Dead Space style, and then they're like out there all alone in the ocean. Like,
Or like it gets rediscovered in somebody like a trillionaire or something starts building stuff down there and rebuilding shit and making new shit with a lot of like the old locations, but there's like new locations and new stuff there. Everything looks different, but somewhat similar.
but then like some of the splicers and shit like that have survived, blah blah blah. Like maybe some of the little girls or whatever stayed there, and this, that, and the other. Like,
Or
there's a
they
lot that could be done.
they were experimented on by whoever this mysterious trillionaire is.
I'm just saying there's option.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of ways that they can make that happen. I've got so many ideas for good ideas for games and movies. I just wish that they would happen. I don't have the capabilities of making these things come to life myself. I've got notebooks of ideas, man. I need somebody.
Dude, I if I had money, I would have made some stupid fucking movies by now. Like, I'm an ideas guy. Like, I'm not so much for the whole doing process, but I definitely got some fucking ideas for shit. Like, constantly.
So, figure it's a good place to stop. We've been going for a while. I can probably cut it down to maybe 30 minutes. Cut it down maybe 30 minutes to an hour and a half. Unless you want to talk about some
Okay.
more stuff.
No. I mean, yeah, we kind of lost the thread. I wanted to talk more about the Gypsy Rose thing.
Was there more to be said about it?
I mean, I guess not. I just felt like we could have expanded on it more in the moment, but I don't know. That's just me.
Maybe next time we'll expand on some more, especially if somebody watches this and comments.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, hey, somebody listening, you want to hear more, you want to expound upon some part of it, you have some question or some detail that you want explained, hey, go for it. Ask away.
And hey, man, join the Discord because we're doing things in here. There's
Yeah,
like, I
on the
don't,
Discord.
how many people are in here now? There's like 20 of us now.
I mean, every time I keep getting notifications, more people are joining, and I'm like, okay, hey, look, the community is growing, and
Yep.
soon I'm going to get my own channel and all that shit underway and start uploading my own videos. This community is going to be, a nice way of having a foundation for that.
We're going to be doing whatever the fuck we want. And I hope you like
Yeah, I mean,
the SPACEBOX template that I made. Yep.
we're young to this. We're still figuring it out. We're still trying to kind of get our footing. I mean, shit, I still haven't even technically started. I'm just doing guest appearances, but hey, whatever.
Yeah, well, I know it says SPACEBOX 1A up there, but this I'm probably gonna cover that because this is like a
This is a side podcast.
this is a this is a test run for what I want SPACEBOX to be because it's kind of like what I want it to be, where I'm looking at articles and like I've got videos going up on the top. Got this chat over on the side. I just want more people to be in here, and then it would
Right.
work. It would work
We need a
exactly
more
the way.
active chat.
Yeah, it would work
Honestly,
exactly
if
the
we
way I
were
want it.
on if we were on Twitch and had like an active Twitch
Yeah, I definitely want to
chat
do this live.
box.
I have, oh, well, there's a way to implement chat box with just one setting in OBS, then docs. Then it's literally one of the docs, and you just click it and it checks it, and then you get a pop-up window for a chat box, and you can move it around however you
Damn.
want on the screen.
It's just fully integrated, just right there.
Yep, you have to link your OBS with Twitch, but that you can do that in the settings. There's a link that you use in Twitch, and you copy it into the bar in the settings in OBS, and then it links them.
Okay.
That's how you live
Okay.
stream.
Yeah, I'm gonna start doing that
Yeah, it's
soon.
really easy. It's just there's a
I'm
lot
just
of connection
I've
involved.
been like in a weird uh mental rut. Like I feel like slow and bogged down and
Yeah, you need to get in the
just
groove, man. You need to
off.
get in that go, go, go like I've got going here.
I feel the opposite of go 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 where I'm like slow and I feel like lethargic every fucking day. Just to wake up and I'm like, what am I gonna do today? I don't want to do anything, bro.
You got to make
Like,
yourself do shit.
nothing. But I think that's partly due to the last few months have been so incredibly go go go. Like the VA and Social Security and banks and like all this crazy huge super important shit, like legal stuff, like all that, where I'm just burned out. I think I'm legit like I'm just kind of burned out.
Yeah, you need to relax, chill, start making content. Because even if your content's shit, mine was like complete garbage in my opinion when I started. Like the quality was bad. I didn't know what I was doing. What I was starting to kind of get a feel for it, and I've slowly just been building on and building on.
Now, I know that mine's gonna be really bad.
Yeah, but you start learning better ways to do it easier, where you don't even have to do anything anymore. You just set it and go. And it might look bad at first, but you keep making it better slowly over time. Eventually,
Yeah,
it'll
what I'm
all be
hoping
figured
is
out.
that
You
what I'm
just
hoping is that I'll continuously do streams, and you guys will watch it and maybe tune in live, be there, and then be like, hey, you can do this, that, the other. Like you could like have the moderator or whatever access to the stream to be able to like add stuff and make it look better and this, that, and the other. I don't know.
well, if we actually get this thing up, if I'm talking when now, this a matter of when at this point, when this starts really coming up off the ground, we're gonna have to actually connect in real life. And
Yeah,
when that happens, the quality of your stuff is gonna go way up.
and that's why I'm trying to maybe talk my dad into moving out to Arkansas, but he's not super keen on it for a
Missouri's
couple
got legal
reasons.
pot.
Yeah, but I mean, same kind of issues where it's, you know, tornadoes and then
They're not that
snow,
big a deal. Like
like bad infrastructure.
we don't got bad infrastructure. It's just like certain things are bad about the infrastructure. Like our highways can get bad,
Hey,
and
you stopped recording, right?
no, but I can cut it off at any point.
Oh, okay.
Highways are kind of bad, and the internet sucks in most areas. But other than that, it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
And like for him, the internet access and the VA access is really important.
As long as you're not like out in the boonies with in a little town with like 100 people in it, you're good on the internet. Pretty much anywhere you go.
Yeah. I don't know. I like I said, I would like to get out there, but
Well, I
it's
mean, listen.
it's ultimately his decision.
Here's another thing. I ain't planning on staying in Arkansas. I might
Yeah.
have like some stuff in Arkansas, but I'm wanting to spread out. So who
I
knows?
don't
Who
really
knows
want
where
to go to Arkansas, but
who
I
knows where
want to
the
go somewhere where there is a forest, mountains,
who knows, man.
and good
The
internet
United
and
States might be
water.
falling apart by then. We'll be in some other country.
You might be right on that.
We might even be staying exactly where we are, and it just will be another country.
The big problem on that is that all of my household income comes from the United States government.
Yeah, well, it's not going to matter when there's absolutely no income for anybody because it's wartime.
Yeah, but
It
then
will all
I'm not
be
really
equally in a
gonna want
bad
to be
spot.
around.
Exactly. So we go to El
Like,
Salvador.
like life sucks at that point, dude.
Yeah.
There's no nothing. Everything sucks.
Move to El Salvador. Going to
And
Mexico.
and do what?
Party. Tijuana. Just stay away from the dangerous areas and just stick to where all the party is. Because
I'm pretty sure
it's
everything
going
turns
all the time.
dangerous real quick.
No, there's like the party districts that are just 24/7 fun. But if you go outside of that where the actual people live, that's where it gets a little dangerous.
No, dude, trust me. If something happens to where like the US is completely destabilized and thrown into total unrest and anarchy and shit, everywhere else in the world is gonna be fucking insane too.
Yeah, you gotta go out to you gotta prepare yourself. Go out to the boonies. I'm gonna go out to the fucking desert.
I'm gonna
that's
stop existing.
I'm gonna go out to the if shit goes down. I've got a plan to gather enough supplies and the right supplies to live in the desert for at least 10 years. And then I can leave, go get more shit, and then go back if I need to. Or maybe it'll all blow over.
Oh, shit. I think I'm gonna head off, man.
Alright.
It is 3:33. Fuck you, Bale. I need to go.
Yep, get off my property.